Global warming has the potential to affect every person on this planet. If all of Greenland melted, the sea levels would rise approximately 28 feet. But did you know that the highest point in Florida is 35 feet? Unfortunately for most of us, the higher points in Florida are the very far north, meaning we'd all be underwater. If up to anyone to acknowledge the problem, we need to do something about it. Think about it. If anything were to happen to this Earth, where else would we go? At this point, we have no time to go anywhere else. So there's no other choice but to make sure this planet stays healthy. Global warming. Throughout its long history, Earth has warmed and cooled at the same time again and again. Climate has changed when the planet received more or less sunlight due to the subtle shifts in its orbit. As the atmosphere surface changed or when the sun's energy varied, but in the past century, another force has started to influence Earth's climate: humanity. How does this warming compare to the previous changes in Earth's climate? How can we be certain that human-released greenhouse gases are causing the warming? How much of the Earth will warm? How will the Earth respond? Answering these questions is perhaps the most significant scientific challenge of our time. Global warming is usually the rapid increase in Earth's average surface temperature over the past century due to the primary of greenhouse gases released as people burn fossil fuels. Global average surface temperature rose from 0.6 to 0.9 degrees Celsius between 1906 and 2005. The rate of temperature increase has nearly doubled in the last 50 years. Temperatures are certain to go way farther up. Earth's natural greenhouse gas effect. Earth's temperatures begin with the sun. Roughly 30% of incoming sunlight is reflected back into space by bright surfaces like clouds, ice. The remaining 70% is mostly absorbed by the land and ocean. The rest is absorbed by the atmosphere. The absorbed solar energy heats our planet. As the rocks, air, and the sea warm, they radiate heat energy from the surface. This energy travels into the atmosphere, where most of it is absorbed by water vapor and long-lived greenhouse gases, enhancing the energy they get from direct sunlight. This absorption and radiation of heat by the atmosphere, the natural greenhouse gas, is beneficial for life on Earth. If there was no greenhouse gas effect, the Earth's average surface temperature would be very chilly, around 0 degrees Fahrenheit, instead of a comfortable 59 degrees or so. And with the advanced effects of greenhouse gases, scientists are concerned that in the past 250 years, humans have been artificially raising the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere at an ever-increasing rate, mostly by burning fossil fuels, but also cutting down carbon-absorbing forests. Since the Industrial Revolution began in 1750, carbon dioxide levels have increased nearly 38% as of 2009, and methane levels have increased 148%. The atmosphere today contains more greenhouse gas molecules, so more of the infrared energy is emitted by the Earth's surface and ends up being absorbed by the atmosphere. Since some of the extra energy from a warmer atmosphere radiates back down to the surface, Earth's temperature rises. By increasing the concentration of greenhouse gases, we are making the atmosphere a more efficient greenhouse. In February 2008, consultants to the Pentagon released a report saying out that possible impacts of abrupt climate change on national security. The study concluded global warming could make larger areas of the world uninhabitable and cause massive food and water shortages. More severe hurricanes and unusual weather caused by El Nino. El Nino has been shown to deter fish from normal fishing spots, typically live deeper due to the lack of available food, causing a severe loss in fish habitat. It's projected that at least half of the polar bear's natural habitats will be gone by the end of the century. What can we do to help? We can make climate-friendly choices in our everyday lives, whether by buying energy-efficient appliances, taking public transport, carpooling, really anything just to make small impacts within ourselves can really make a difference. It's not really feasible for everyone to go out and buy a new car to help the Earth, so here's a list of easier things that you can do. Replace a regular incandescent light bulb with a compact fluorescent light bulb. Replace your air filters in the air conditioner, plant trees, recycle. When to me, recycling is probably the best way to help the environment because we waste so much stuff every year. When we recycle, we use materials that are converted into new products, reducing to consume natural resources. If used materials are not recycled, new products are made by extracting fresh raw materials from the earth through mining and forestry. Recycling helps conserve important raw materials and produce natural habitats for the future. Recycling saves energy. Using recycled materials in manufacturing processes uses considerably less energy than that required for producing new products from raw materials. There are also extra energy saving because more energy is required to extract, refine, transport, and process raw materials for the industry. Recycling also helps protect the environment. Recycling reduces the need for extracting, mining, quarrying, and logging, refining, and processing of raw materials. All these create substantial air and water pollution. As recycling saves energy, it also reduces greenhouse gases, which helps to tackle climate change. And in conclusion, the best way to help the environment is do your part. Whether it's small things, almost doing nothing, just anything besides hurting the earth. That's all we can do.